Let's talk Jesus rap.
Where 50 bullets at? Hey, 50 bullets.
Right here, let's get a little sunlight. Hey, Ward, man.
Yo, what's up?
Back on Max Out.
You already know.
This is what, your 13th battle this year? 12th battle this year?
I got to sign an exclusivity contract to do interviews with y'all?
You might have to.
All right, bet. 12th battle.
How you feeling about your Rosenberg Raw performance?
I feel good. A lot of people would say, like, it might not be the best A-Ward performance. I don't write material I don't like, and I got all my material off. I freestyled, you know what I mean? Like, so maybe it wasn't perfect for the stage or perfect for this situation, but I did well. Like, I feel like and this is, I have to understand this. I've created a monster, right? So nobody wants to see Marshall. Now, I've created this monster that's like, when I'm like at a 7 or a 6, you think I'm falling off, you know? And I think that's kind of like the narrative, you know, it's like, oh, it worked, he cooked, he won, but yeah, you know what I mean?
I think that's a testament to being consistently great, though, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now the pressure somehow becomes more of continuing that consistency of your high-level performances. How difficult is that? Because it's like, you can't recreate those.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. We sparred, and you were like, yo, this is better than your Suge material.
Right.
When the Suge battle drops, I guarantee you people are going to look at the Suge battle as a better battle than this battle. You know what I mean?
I think it's a bunch of variables, though, like your opponent,
Yeah.
right? The size of the room.
Yeah.
Because your first round was explosive and one of the best rounds of the night. The other 2 rounds weren't structured like that. Talk about the different direction you took.
There's a fine line between being true to yourself and what you want to say and knowing what you need to say on big stages. And I, in the first round, catered to the big stage and got crazy, you know? And in the second and third, I kind of went into like, write what you want to write, you know? And it might not have been the best decision per crowd reaction or battle-wise, but there's nothing I said. Like, there's things that I said in the second and third that were crazy and got nothing. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, no, I need to say that. You know what I mean? Like, that needs to happen, you know?
How do you compensate when your rebuttals aren't landing?
Yeah. You know, it's the whole Chef Trez thing. You know, Chef Trez, he did the 3 of them things. And was like, yo, if you don't do 3 of them things, something's wrong. I do the rebuttal game crazy or whatever. I still try to freestyle rebuttal every round. And I had a couple rebuttals that hit. I had a couple rebuttals that didn't. But I trust the ears of the person that's watching to understand, like, yo, I didn't say nothing trash. I didn't say, you know, like, I took a risk. I took, you know what I mean? And I think I had a couple rebuttals tonight that were kind of crazy. And but yeah, Rosenberg Raw's material with the rebuttals, I didn't think was that wild.
I want to ask this. You're really versatile, right? You can angle, you can punch, you can perform, you can rebuttal. You have a variety of things, a Swiss Army knife. Is it difficult trying to figure out how to put pieces of all those attributes in a round?
Yeah.
Like knowing when to put too much of one and the other? Like,
that's what I would ask you guys too, is be like, yo, when you watch an A-Ward battle, is there something that I do that you're like, he does that better than everything else and he needs to stick to that? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I do everything on like an 8-9 level. Like, if you're doing 1 to 10, I feel like I can get into the jokes, I can get into the impressions, I can get into the punching, I can get into the rapidy rap, you know? So then it's like, okay, Ward, like, it's buffet style for me. Like, yo, they're coming out to see me. I want to give them schemes, wordplay, jokes, rebuttals, punches, you know what I mean? But did they just come for seafood? I have to understand that, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult as a battler trying to navigate through that, because I could have, on everything I love, bro, I stressed over these rounds. I could have easily written 3 rounds like my first round. I promise.
How often do you watch film of yourself?
Never.
I suggest you do that more often.
I appreciate that. I'm a perfectionist, so in my mind, like, if I go back and watch it, and it's like, I'm just gonna hate it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even the best battles, I'm gonna hate.
But I think it's important to find out what the people like within it, so then you start to see a trend in some of your performances.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like, if I battle Big K on a Max Out 3,
that Big K shot shook the room a little bit, though.
it was probably the best bar in the round. And I got crazy that round. But if I battle Big K on Max Out 3, like, he's got to get round 1 type A-Ward every round. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I would say you had a better performance than Big K today.
You think I didn't watch all of his battle, but he was okay. But he was.
I thought he was on a 6 or 7, and his opponent was just a little bit lower than that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mess with Raw. I love Raw. I mean, pause all of this if I need to. I rock with Rosenberg Raw heavily, and I firmly I thought he was gonna be on an 8.5.
I thought we were gonna see the best Raw ever today.
Me too. And I feel like I got a 6.5. And I don't know if the crowd messed with him or what, but I
got a rebuttal where you messed up. He got Trae Young's jersey number wrong.
Yeah, and then he was, and you know what I dislike? This is the thing I dislike, right? Don't say you want to hear a rebuttal and start spitting all your writtens. Like you just happened to have a Kyle Korver bar that was great, but don't act like you freestyling on the spot. You know what I mean? Like that's not. But yo, the Trae Young bar, and that goes into my third round, bro. I literally am like, yo, you said Dan Antoni, Amani Shumpert, Jana Kowalski. Like he's always this much wrong, and I don't know if that's like his thing or what, or if he just doesn't research it.
Yeah.
But like,
he got the number wrong.
What? He got the number wrong.
Number wrong.
32. Like yeah. But he had some good angles, and what's weird is.
Really slow cadence.
It benefited me, right?
Yeah.
Because he left the angles instead of hammering them home. He had some angles that if B-Dot got a hold of, it would have got dark for me. Obviously, I would have rapped different, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Or if some guy that really angles, it would have got dark for me. And I'll say this on Let's Talk Battle Rap. This is what I told like 5 or 6 people. I said, yo, if he comes with an angle that says A Ward is more worried about not being on URL than he is about being on RBE,
Right.
that would be crazy. Like if he could get the RBE crowd, if he could get facial expressions from ARB, if he could construct a round and be like, you going back and forth with Twerk, you doing P interviews, you know what I mean? That could have got crazy. Like, you know, I think like that, and I really thought Rosenberg was gonna be on that type of stuff, and he really wasn't.
I'll say this, and we'll close it out with this. Ill Will, your last opponent on this stage in this venue on this card, had
look at me, Ill Will. Thank you. Thank you for sparing me. First off, I messaged Ill Will when he was doing the Rain Blood stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, I appreciate you not clowning me like crazy before we battled.
Right.
Like, you spared me. And I was like, yo, Ill Will guy. So I walked up to Ill Will before the battle like I was somebody, right?
Yeah.
First off, I'm like, yo, Will, be yourself, have your charisma, and the crowd's gonna love you. Like, I'm giving Ill Will advice, right? That man went up there and had performance of the night, body of the night, right? And when he came back, I said, yo, I apologize for trying to give you advice.
Yo, Ward, sign me out, bro.
Hey, you already know. Let's Talk Battle Rap. A Ward, God is good. Let's Talk Battle Rap is almost as good, but very good as well. So.